Ladies and gentlemen, for those who aren't aware of Crocker Field and where it received its name from, it's named after the legendary Alva Crocker, one of the primary sponsors and supporters of why we have this beautiful field and a legendary figure in the history of Fitchburg High School. At this point in time, we will place the wreath that we always place every year in memorial of Alva Crocker. And this year it's being brought over to his memorial stone by Macy Woodard, Kelsey Whittemore, Courtney Brooks, Colleen Hirons, and Kai Yang, our 2011 class officers. At this time, we'd like to have our national anthem presented by Keiko Gamble, member of the class of 2012 at Fitchburg High School. So please rise for the singing of our national anthem. Keiko.
Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Keiko Gamble, class of 2012. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 97th running of the Crocker Field Relays. 97 years it will be for the juniors and seniors this evening, and that race is the highlight of a slate of 8 races coming up tonight. Coming up soon on the track will be our elementary school's girls race. Each runner will run 133 meters, call it 133 1/3 meters on the track. If you look across at the 2 corners, you can see 2 cones out there. First exchange will take place on the corner over toward the clubhouse, and then the second exchange just beyond the flagpole on the opposite corner of the track. Once again, there'll be runners running 133 meters. As we get our runners out onto the track, we have our honorary starter of the evening, former high school cross-country and track and field coach and guidance counselor from Fitchburg High School, Mr. Ed Gastingay. For those who aren't aware of this, Mr. Gastingay will be inducted into the Fitchburg High School Hall of Fame on November 6, 2011, so congratulations to Ed. Coming up on the track now are our first 4 competitors this evening. We're going to try to go through our colors for you a little bit. In blue will be the school of Crocker. Red will be South Street. We have 2 yellow teams on the track. One is McKay. Yellow with the green lettering is Rheingold. So the first runners are getting lined up in lanes. And as always, coaches on the far side, we need a signal from you to give us an idea if you're ready to start this race. So coaches over on the 2 corners, give us a wave over toward the finish line area so we know we're ready to get underway. Once again, coaches on the far corners, we need you to wave to us. We need to know you're ready to run. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. There's the gun. Starting off for Crocker Elementary School is Rosemary Ortiz Milan. For McKay campus it's Yatamari Rivera. Rheingold Elementary is Kiara Wilbur. And running for South Street, Iris Negron. And we're getting ready for the first exchange here. And the first exchange is taking place. It's still Crocker out with the early lead. That's Hesadia Callis. South Street is currently in second. That's Jasmarie Martinez. Coming up is Rheingold's Casey Dupree. And running for McKay is Angel Dow. Crocker with an early lead here as they pass the baton on the corner. That's Sabrina Santiago. On the inside, it's Rheingold's Vanessa Wood. And on the outside, coming up is Sky Hutton. Running third now for McKay, it's Ashley Norton. Coming up the straightaway, it's Sabrina Santiago. That's Nicole Titus. Taking off for Crocker. For Rheingold, it's Wynn Cordell. For South Street, Adriana Brambilla. And for McKay, it's Ellie Alvarez. Ellie Alvarez now for McKay. On the far side now, it's Gabrielle Aho with the baton for Crocker. Crocker opening up a sizable lead. Madison Armstrong for Rheingold, and right behind her is Caden Scopoletti. For South Street, Caden trying to make up some room on that second spot. Crocker with a pretty extensive lead. And passing right now to Yedalise Maldonado Lopez for Crocker. On the far side, it's Lisa Pavin for McKay. And now South Street edging ahead. That's Tony Burgos, followed by Rheingold's Emily Fluitt, neck and neck for that runner-up spot right now. Coming up the straightaway, it's Yedalise Maldonado Lopez passing off to Sophia Mahone. And off goes Sophia. Over on the corner, Pastor McKay, it should be Christina Estrada. Maniola Purcell now for Crocker. South Street, Jasmari Melendez and Jada Calaco for Rheingold. Crocker still with the lead. On the far side now, it's Adeline Mendez Cuevas. For South Street, Kaylee Salvi. For Rheingold, Danella Peterson. And now passing in front of us here is Janessa Long from Christina Estrada for McKay. Crocker has held on to the lead pretty much from the beginning. We've got about 6 or 7 legs left on the far corner. It's Jasmine Rivera. Coming in, it's South Street. Kaylee Salvi passing off to Joanna Reiser. And now running for Rheingold, it's Michaela Gelpi. On the back side, Zoe Hines will be running next for McKay. Coming up the straightaway, Jasmine Rivera passing off to Mitzi Seth. Mitzi on the corner. South Street in second right now. Joanna Reiser passing off to Elise Gonzalez. And right behind her, Michaela Gelpi passing to Victoria Bailey for Rheingold. Over on the corner, Zoe Hines passing off to Suli Surabonsa. And they've closed it a little here on Crocker. But they still have a pretty good lead. Let's see if anyone can catch them. This is Xenia Rodriguez now on the backside. Still a battle for that second spot. South Streets, Samantha Aponte. And coming after Sydney Mullen from Rheingold. On the straightaway here, it's Suli Surabonsa for McKay. On the backside, Sydney Mullen. And she takes a slight edge over South Street. Samantha Aponte at the exchange. And things are happening here. Over in the corner set, look at this change of events. Sarah Machari now for South Street is out in front. What a change of events here. Rheingold's Taylor Angelini. And Crocker's Ariana Andrews. For McKay, it's Alexandria Melanson on the far side. But South Street now with the lead. We got only a few legs left to this race. This is Brianna DeLeon. And a battle for this first spot all of a sudden. Rheingold has Jasmine Stewart running. And right with her from Crocker, it's Megan Dwan. On the backside, it is Alexandria Melanson. South Street now with the edge with 2 legs left. This is Kelsey Agre. Rheingold's Desiree Alvarado trying to close it up. Crocker, Samantha McGindy. On the far corner, it's Hazel Moore from McKay now, coming up the straightaway. We're coming up on the last leg. South Street, Kelsey Agre passing off to the anchor here. This is Carly Allen from South Street. Rheingold now has Jenna Overshawn coming off the corner, and behind her from Crocker, it's Soleil LeBlanc. But it looks like South Street, in a tremendous turn of events, on the last 3 legs, takes this race. Congratulations, South Street. Right behind it is Rheingold. In the 3rd spot will be Crocker. We can't forget about McKay. They're putting up a valiant effort. This is Fiorella Cruz Rivera running on the backside. 2 legs left for McKay. On the backside, this is Lily Gonzalez. Gonzalez might have to run this last 266 meters by herself. A noble effort for her. Let's give her a lot of credit, ladies and gentlemen. Great sportsmanship by all teams here. Let's hear it for McKay. Running the longest distance of any of these elementary schools here. This is Kira Andrucci. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is our first race of the evening. Once again, we have to thank our coaches from these elementary schools who help organize their teams to get ready for this evening. For McKay, it's Donald Tucker. For Crocker, it's Richard Carlson, Rheingold, Lee Cormier, and for South Street, Corey Bolak. So we want to thank our coaches tonight, athletes, for getting you organized, getting you here, and getting ready to run here at the annual relays. We're going to present our first trophy here to the winning team from South Street. And presenting the trophy to the first winning team of the evening is Fitchburg High Athletic Director Ray Casenza. Congratulations, South Street ladies. As the ladies, each leg of this race is 133 1/3 meters. On the inside, we have Rheingold. Lane 2 is Crocker. Lane 3 is South Street, and out in lane 4 is McKay School. First leg runs in lanes, but there'll be a break over on the far side. Coaches, make sure you let your runners know on the second and third exchanges, and from that point on, they should be running on the inside of the track. Don't have them run outside in lanes 3 or 4. Or they'll be running a little longer than everybody else. Okay, coaches, on the far corners, as we asked you for the ladies, we're asking you also for the young men here. You've got to give us a signal, please, when you're ready to go so we don't start before you're prepared. So please give us a wave from each corner. Let us know when you're ready. Give us a wave when you're ready over there on the corners, please. Give us a wave. I see waves on the first exchange and on the second exchange. We're ready to go here. Once again, Ed Gastingay. Get this race underway. And they're off. Here we go. Lead-off runners for each school. For our Croc Elementary, it's Alexandro Semilia, Goharan LeBlanc. For McKay, Stephen Agamas from South Street, and Christian Mendez for Rheingold. Early lead goes to South Street. First exchange. This is Eric Shalafu from South Street. For Crocker, taking the lead now, Ethan Hecker. Coming up quickly from Rheingold is Efrain Rodriguez. And for McKay, it's Carlos Figueroa on the backside near the flagpole. And we go and exchange the baton on the third leg of this race. Crocker with the early lead, it's Dante Suarez. Working his way up on the inside is Dionysus Silvestri. Gonna tell these kids to move to the inside, they're running too far. Here for South Street, this is Jakai May. And coming up for McKay, it's Anthony Wheeler. We're gonna battle out in front. We need to get these runners to the inside of the track. They're running a lot further than 133 meters. On the far side now, Bruce Lee, I kid you not, from Crocker. Bruce Lee, famous name. For Rheingold, it's Daniel Dudek. Dudek, a famous track name in Fitchburg. South Street, Nico Rodriguez. And McKay coming up, Jake Laviglia. Laviglia, if I do that correctly. So right now, it's like a two-horse race, but after the last race we watched, who knows what can happen toward the end of this. Here's the exchange. It's Crocker, Daniel Velez for Rheingold, Javier Aguilar for South Street now, Michael Rodriguez. And on the corner, Stone Thompson should be coming around the track. But it's Crocker still with the lead. And Noah Bedoy taking off around the corner for Crocker. Got to get that Rheingold runner into lane one. He's running a lot longer than he realizes. That's Sean Donlin. Know that name from somewhere. For South Street, Kyle McGinnis. And Jeffrey Dufour now for McKay. On the backside, it's still a battle. For the first spot is Jonathan Sanchez for Crocker. And on the inside, tough place to pass in this kind of a race. It's Rocco Archipredi from Rheingold now has assumed the lead for his team. In the third spot, it's Ramon Castro from South Street. And on the backside for McKay, it's Nevin Arsenal. We're coming around the corner. Rheingold still with the lead. This should be Joshua Garaspe for Rheingold. For Crocker, Brian Beltre. South Street, it's Cameron Johnson. And on the backside, passing the flagpole is Nevin Arsenal. He'll be passing off to Leslie Jones. Leslie Jones now has the baton for McKay. Out in front is Reingold. This is Josiah Begor. For Crocker, it's Jacob Davis. And for South Street, Caleb Smith. Coming up the straightaway for McKay, it is soon to be Chris King. Leslie Jones passing off to Chris King. On the backside, that is Cartier Quadrado for Reingold. For Crocker, Peter Bragdon. South Street now trying to close it up on that second runner. That's Dominic Silverio. South Street trying to get back into this for McKay. Chris King will be passing off to Angel Santiago. Angel Santiago on the backside. Reingold with a pretty good lead right now. This should be Jacob Oja, or Oje, cruising up the track. For Crocker, it's Michael Winter. And for South Street, it's Jonathan Poole. We got like 3 legs left now, taking off. Gabriel Goncalves. McKay, Albert Ortiz. Blake Hicks for Crocker. Nathan Valentin for South Street. But it's Reingold leading this race. I think I might be off. I think we've had Jaden Hilton already. I believe this is Isaiah Moses for Reingold. For Crocker, we've seen Seth Hecker. And if this isn't a famous name, passing the baton for Crocker, look for Activity. They're in the second leg. Dante Lajara for McKay. South Street's Latrell Bodie and Alex Palenque have run. Coming in here for Reingold is Amirani Jones, Anthony Silvero for South Street, and now Miguel Feliciano will be the third person. Finishing it up for Crocker on the second spot was Renaris Polino Lariano. And for McKay on the far side, Nick Arizarian passed off, and this is Tyler St. Cyr finishing it up for McKay. Ray Casenza is going to present the trophy to the Reingold boys from the elementary schools. The Reingold boys, this year's 2011 Crocker School champions. I say Crocker Relay champions. Great job. We need the 5th graders now to get lined up for us. Once again, the 5th grade teams, we're going to have 3 teams in this race. That will be FAA, Longjo Memorial. Race slate. As you can note now, we have runners on each side of the track. Each leg will run 200 meters this time. This race is also co-ed, so we'll have boys and girls combined to run this race. On the far side of the track, Lonjo is in lane 1. FAA in lane 2 and Memorial in lane 3. 2011, why don't you go out in the corner and throw the football, please, instead of in the infield. Once again, I can see certain people in 2011 haven't learned to listen in 4 years. Nothing changes. Coming up on the track, is our co-ed race. We need a wave from the other side. Make sure you're ready to go. Lane 1 is Longjo, lane 2 is FAA, and lane 3 is Memorial. Here we go, again, Ed Gassick getting them underway here. The 5th grade team from Longjo, Josue Calderon is the leadoff runner for Longjo. Memorial, it should be Landon Tucker. And for FAA, Ethan Obashan. Again, each runner runs 200 meters. So here we go on the back side. 20 runners all together. 10 boys, 10 girls. And Memorial with the early lead. They have been the perennial favorites, it seems, in some of these middle school races. This is Naomi Burgos for Memorial. Longjo's Emily Schilling and Ava Ford for FAA. And a pretty tight pack here. We come up for our second exchange. Memorial trying to hang on. Angel Figueroa. Battle for second right now. That is Hakeem Bodie for Longjo. But moving slightly ahead of him is Charlie Jackson. We all know Charlie from the summer. He'll be a great track runner. Coming along the backside, it is Memorial. This should be Isabel Reen. Ladies taking a shot at it now. For FAA, Katrina French. And coming after her is Erin St. Germain from Longjo, and Erin St. Germain into the second spot. Well, Memorial now has opened up a 25 meter lead. This is Isabel Reen finishing strong. Waiting is Kobe Sadler from Memorial. And there goes Kobe. The second spot is Giovanni Soto from Erin St. Germain for Longjo. And for FAA, it's Kelvin Nino now. And the three teams have spread out a little bit, but plenty of legs of this race left to be run. On the backside, Giovanni Soto. Almost evenly spread, these three teams. Let's see what happens. On the next few exchanges, Emily Agreda, excuse me. Cruising by the flagpole is Jasmine Rodriguez. Emily Agreda for Longjo. And for FAA, it's Briona Spanazola. Up the straightaway, it is still Memorial, and this is Jasmine Rodriguez with 30-meter plus lead. Trying to gain some ground is the Longjo runner, Emily Agreda. Running now for Memorial is Dante Lamonda. And this should be Jordan Pizarro. And for FAA, Otama Sigmakun Jr., but we all know her as Nikki. On the far corner, Jordan Pizarro. Sizable advantage here for Memorial, but we're not halfway through yet. Monte Lamondo passing off to Brianna Herndon. We see her at practice every day, running for the middle schools. For FAA, it is Gianna Batalis in the second spot. Right now, it's Teresa French for Longjo. Brianna Herndon coming up the straightaway. Teresa French in second right now for South Street, followed closely by Tiana Batalis. Back to the men is Mike Parsons now for Memorial. Takes off around the corner. For Longjo, it's Dylan Gilman. And for FAA, Freeman Palmer. We're about 9 legs into this race. Again, 20 legs all together being run here. South Street has closed it up a little bit on the leader from Memorial. Nice leg by Dylan Gilman. But here's another name we know well at the high school level, Marissa Trank, little sister of Amy Trank. Going past the flagpole. She is the 10th leg of 20 for the Memorial Panthers. Coming after her, trying to come after her for Longjo is the Trankster. This is Nashari Peralta trying to hold on here. But Marissa Trank trying to come after her and close up as best she can. Running is Erin Primo for FAA. And it's been closed up a little bit here. Let's see what happens. Devontae Johnson now for Memorial. DeAndre Payton. Longjo. Wondering if he's any relation to Drakkar Payton. Legendary sprinter at Fitchburg High. Here is Zachariah Torres for FAA. A little pacing going along on the backside, or maybe it's encouragement. Devontae Johnson for Memorial. DeAndre Payton. Back to the ladies. Michelle Cochran for Memorial. Ashley DeRule for Longjo. Zachariah Torres will be passing off to Madison Perez. For FAA, here it comes. Here comes the pass. Now Madison Perez on the backside. This is Michelle Cochran now. Running strong for Memorial. She'll be passing to Chad Therian. Getting down to about 7 runners now. Longjo, it's Ignacio Ortiz now running for Longjo. And coming up the straightaway for FAA, it's Madison Perez. But we have a pretty good gap between first and second and third. Let's see what happens. We're running out of runners here. Only a few legs left. Ignacio Ortiz is running for Bay, but Chad Therian has maintained the lead and passes to Hannah Nilon. Hannah has a nice stride as she goes by the pole. The famous flagpole here at Crocker. Gabriella Reavers. On the backside. Dylan Tendenabuth will be passing off to Alexi Carey. Coming up the straightaway, this is Hannah Nilon. Zaveria Buto running now for Memorial, maintaining that lead. Gabriela Rivas passing off to Jonathan Castro. Longjo coming up off the corner. Alexi Carey for FAA and should be passing the baton to Alex Alejandro. Ollie Jackson trying to give a little encouragement to his teammate here on the inside. Severia Buto passing off to Haley Bea, excuse me. Haley Bea for Memorial past the flagpole. This is Hannah Jensen for Alonzo. And on the backside, Alex Alejandro for FAA. This is Haley Bea for Memorial. And if this isn't a legendary name at FHS coming up next, I don't know what is. Elio Rodriguez. We know that family well. This is Felix Nieves running now after receiving the exchange from Hannah Jensen. Coming up the straightaway, this is Amanda Vompachanan. So Amanda now passing off to Dylan Padilla Munier. And on the backside, it's still Memorial. Elio Rodriguez passes off to Felicity Santiago. And there are 3 legs, 2.5 legs left now for Memorial. Try to win this first middle school race. Yarima Nasonet is running for Lonjo. And on the backside, Dylan Padilla Munier will be passing off to Judith Hansen. Memorial looking at 2 legs left here. Felicity Santiago passing off to Nico Sosa. And this is Judith Hansen coming around the corner for FAA. Memorial almost down to 1 leg. Nico Sosa going by the front of the clubhouse. Trying to close it up as best he can is Jamal Burgos for Lonjo. Jamal Burgos. And he's gained a little ground here. But it's a lot to make up with Memorial well out in front. Giovanni Abella. Giovanni Abella. But the anchor is coming around the corner for Memorial. This is Sharon Nelson. Sharon Nelson up the straightaway. And try to win this first race for the Panthers of Memorial. This is Mariah Bodie finishing up Alonzo. For the runner-up spot in this 5th grade race on the backside. Giovanni Abella has passed off to Greta Jarvie. Greta Jarvie will run the anchor and finish this up for FAA. Have a nice hand here for Greta Jarvie. That's it for our first 5th grade, or I should say our first middle school race. Need to get those 6th grade runners next. Get them ready, coaches. Get ready to present the trophy. We want to thank the middle school coaches for organizing their teams tonight. For Alonzo, it's Jennifer Sedano, Julie Morella, Tracy Pappas, and Tammy Chandler. Memorial, it's Dawn, Mick O'Reilly, and Susan Torigny. Stalwarts at that school getting their teams ready. And for FAA, it's Betty Savari and Snea Shah. Those are the coaches for our middle school teams. Here we go. The trophy is being presented to Memorial. 5th grade runners. Getting ready on the track next is the 4th race of 8 of the evening. Again, it is co-ed, and again, they'll run 200 meters. This is the grade 6 teams from Memorial, Longjo, and FAA. And again, coaches on the far side need to get your teams over there. I only see one team ready to run. Here comes the FAA group. And maybe those are Memorial runners, but we're going to get everybody over there, please. So we can get this next race ready to run. Here we're lining up, and once again on the inside, that's lane 1. It is Longjo. Lane 2 is FAA, and outside in lane 3 is Memorial. So on the far side, that's how you need to get your runners set up. Don't forget, athletes, once you get the baton on the far side, break to the inside. Run as short a distance as possible. Some of you are running a little too far. Eddie Daftinger, he is looking like he's starting them all tonight. There it is. The gun is up. Let's get rolling on who's in this race. For Memorial, it's Miguel Velasquez. FAA, it's Cody Murphy. And for Longjo, Steve Arriaga. Coming past the light pole in this first exchange coming up. A little advantage because of the stagger. Let's see what happens. Teos Feliciano for Memorial. Right behind her is Yamelis Davila. And this is Maggie Shalafo running the second leg for FAA. Teos Feliciano from Memorial. Going to be passing off to Jean-Louis Basson. This is Macario Johnson for Longjo. And Maggie Shalafu passes off to Usman Ahmed. But there it is once again happening. Memorial quickly out in front. Will they sweep tonight? Maybe that's their goal. Let's see what happens. Shakira Janeo for Memorial. For Longjo, it should be Ashley Cintron. And for FAA, Kayana Chatain. Coming off the corner, Shakira Janea. Waiting patiently at the line. Quick wave to her fans. Will be Wilson Leads them out nicely. Wilson Garcia. Some coaching going on down there. That's Ashley Cintron to Jimmy Hall. Alonjo and Anthony Colon. So we're 5 legs in, again 20 legs total in this race. Going by the pole vault pits on the far side, that is Wilson Garcia still holding a sizable advantage for Memorial. Yanalise Paulino, gotta wonder. We had some Paulinos running for us once at FHS. This is Yanalise Paulino for Memorial. Longjo should be Jenna Gittens. And for FAA, trying to close it up here on that second spot, this is Henley Shipley. On the inside of the straightaway, right in front of us now. Yanalise Paulino. And another name we've heard in track and field before, Ryan Kreidler. Kreidler now with the baton. And on the inside, Henley Shipley has moved into the second spot for FAA, and she'll be passing to Nino Colon. Daniel Rivera will be Longjo's runner. But FAA now moves into the second spot. Memorial again cruising along with a sizable lead. This is Courtney McGinnis. Courtney McGinnis striding it out. She goes by the flagpole and around the corner. For FAA now, Sonia Nunez. And cranking it out is Leandra Bodie. And that's a pretty nice stride on Leandra. Let's see how she comes around the corner. Memorial's Ryan Kryler pass. This is Courtney McGinnis introducing Courtney. And now Zarius Ramos. Leandra Bodie. It's in the shoes. Cranking it out as she gets Longjo back into the second spot. Kevin Diaz. And Medrick Gaudet for FAA. We are 9 legs in. This is the 10th leg, and we'll be halfway through this race. Shalena Gordon going by the flagpole for Memorial. Nashali Burgos for Memorial. And Yanali, Rosado, FAA. Shalena Gordon. As we get to the halfway point of this race, Malik Muniz now for Memorial. Nashali Burgos. Excuse me, that is Bruno Carrera from Memorial. And now it's Malik Muniz from Longjo. And this is Sean Walker. Got a few Walkers over the years, but they usually ran. On the backside, Bruno Carrera. This is Brianna Bore. Past the pole on the far side for Memorial. Perla Cadero for Longjo. Coming up will be Riley Cooper. Riley Cooper will take the exchange from Sean Walker. And now Miss Cooper with the baton on the far side. On the inside, in front of us, Perla Cadero is going to pass off, Brianna Bore is going to pass off to Chandler Kosakev. This is Isaiah Perez. Coming around the corner, it's Riley Cooper for FAA. And Longjo. Can Longjo close this up? He's still got about 7 legs left. Chandler Kosikath trying to hold on to it. Pass it off to Sofia Goncalves. Sofia Goncalves now for Memorial. This is Lauren Fowler for Alonjo. And Lauren Fowler trying to make up a little ground. Sofia Goncalves trying to keep that lead. Sofia Goncalves. We're getting down to about 6 legs left. This is Miles Callahan for Memorial. Should be Julian Rodriguez for Alonjo. And on the far side, Braden Carlson is coming along. It's got to be Caitlin Mosher. That's Caitlin. On the far side for Memorial. With 5 legs left, this is Isabel Hicks. Ariana Leclerc for Alonjo. And now it's Kelvin Torres for FAA. Isabel Hicks here on the straightaway. Ariana Leclerc. For Alonjo, Trevor Brito. For Memorial, Trevor Brito. Alonjo has about 4 legs left to catch Memorial. It's Alex Landry. This is Thalia Lopez for FAA coming off the corner. On the backside, it's Trevor Brito. Trevor Brito passing off to Kayla Kevany. This is Jasmine Wilson for Alonjo. Over in front of us, Thalia Lopez passes off to Tenaris Colon. We come up the straightaway, we're looking at 2 legs to go for Memorial and 2 legs to go for Alonjo. Kayla Kevany trying desperately to get back into this as Alonjo. Jasmine Wilson finishing up as strong as she can. Jonathan Santiago taking off for Memorial. He's the second to the last leg. Here comes Travis Storm. There's a storm brewing. We've had Travis Storms before, but this storm is coming after Memorial like a whirlwind. This is going to be a 1-leg race now. Nice pass by Memorial. Kishla Perez. It's Saima Ruiz. It was an excellent pass. Will it pay off? Don't want to start looking around too early, though, as Kishla Perez. Kishla Perez. And Saima Ruiz. What a finish, ladies and gentlemen. We're only about 10 meters away. Oh, and it is Memorial by about a runner's length. On the back side, Morgan Casey. Victoria Poole passing the baton now to Valerie Alejandro. Coming up the straightaway, let's have a hand for the FAA runner, Valerie Alejandro. Valiant effort by the FFA team. FAA team, excuse me. And as always, great sportsmanship. We want to congratulate all these runners and coaches for putting this together tonight and giving us some very enjoyable races to watch. As this is truly a fun event, and it's always some great school rivalries that have happened here over the years between the middle schools and, of course, coming up later between the classes at Fitchburg High School. So that's it, folks. We're halfway through now. You can kind of get a sense of that as the runners get a little taller every race. Moving up to the co-ed grade 7 and 8 race. And we have some people hanging on the pole vault standers on the far side. You need to stay away from the equipment, gentlemen. And if your coaches are here, they need to get you away from that. And now we're going to get back to why we're here, giving out the trophy to Memorial. And a great race, great effort by Longjo, but Memorial picks up the win. So we are now halfway through. Again, it takes a tremendous amount of effort to organize all these things, and can't do enough or say enough about our coaches. Again, a little credit, as always, should go to them. From Longjo, it was Jennifer Sedano, Julie Morella, Tracy Pappas, and Tammy Chandler. We got to mention them again because they make this event what it is. Memorial, Dawn O'Reilly and Susan Trigny, and FAA. It's Betty Savari and Sneha Shah. Again, those are our coaches for the middle schools. I'd like to thank them a second time for putting this together for their schools and their kids. And now we're getting ready to move up to the 7th and 8th grade race. I guess you'd say the pinnacle race for the middle schools. On the far side, so you know what's happening over there. In lane 1, it is FAA. And in lane 2, it is Memorial. Oh, I'm sorry, Longjo. Got my colors mixed up here. Again, it's the red shirts of Longjo and the green shirts of Memorial. And here we go now. 7th and 8th grade races. For Longjo, Nate Perkins in red, And in the green for Memorial, it's Jose Arujo. Aaliyah Jones now for Alonjo. And Niji Joinville. Here we go, coming up the straightaway. Niji Joinville. And Aaliyah Jones. Back to the boys. For Memorial, Darius Flowers. And Manny Payton. Running for Longjo. Darius passing off to Samantha Rodriguez for Memorial. And interesting exchange there for Longjo, but they got it away. It's Karina Vera trying to grind it out. Coming up the straightaway, Samantha Rodriguez. Karina Vera from Longjo, 4 legs into this race now. Mario Morales. And it's Anthony Salome. Mario Morales coming off the corner on the far side. Anthony Salome for Longjo. This is Jaslyn Ledger for Memorial. Cheyenne Clapper for Longjo. Coming up off the corner. And up the straightaway for Memorial, it's Jaslyn Ledger. And Cheyenne Clapper trying to run this down a little bit, make this third race interesting. Jaziel Martinez, the last race was certainly interesting. This is Billy Smelly. Billy has gotten ahead now of Memorial. This is the first lead we've seen on a Memorial team in these races so far tonight. Tonique Lewis now for Memorial. This should be Sierra Hughes. Excuse me, for Memorial. Yes, Sierra Hughes for Memorial. Tonique Lewis for Longjo. Tonique Lewis. Lewis gives off to Marcos Diaz. Longjo. Memorial has John Rodriguez running now. About a 40, 50 meter lead. Nice leg by Marcos on the backside. John Rodriguez trying to stay up there with Memorial, keep them close if they can. This is Sophia McDonald. Sophia McDonald past the flagpole for Longjo. Ariel Begor now for Memorial. Memorial's got some work to do here. We're about halfway through. Sophia McDonald. Good arm action here. She's finishing up strong. Brandon Felice is off and running for Longjo. Matt Capone coming up off the corner. Can Matt make up some ground here? Let's see what happens as Brandon goes by the steps of the clubhouse and he's coming down the backside. We are halfway through this. Long Joe with a pretty sizable lead. And the pass now to Wilmari Perez. Matt Capone will be passing off to Florencia Rivas. This is Florencia Rivas. Wilmari Perez. Jonathan Burgos for Lonjo. Ben Hyde for Memorial. On the backside, it's Jonathan Burgos for Lonjo. At least 100 meters, if not more now. Ben Hyde coming around the corner. Lonjo to Emily Lucia. Don't forget, folks, there are no zones in these races. This is Michaela Gamble. Went off the corner, Emily Lucia. It's a quick look, but she's still got a pretty good lead. Michaela Gamble went off the corner. It's Ben Fanuff. And Fanuff takes off around the corner. Rolonjo. Sean Veronese now for Memorial. We are down to, this is the 6th of the last 6 legs running now, so 5 left coming up on this exchange. And Fanuff passing to Texa Mesquita. Texa Mesquita now. Going by the flagpole for Lonjo. Kiana Merrill for Memorial. See what we got left for horses here. Coming up the straightaway. Texa Mesquita. Lonjo bumping her arms, trying to finish up strong. Here comes Kiana Merrill. But out goes Marcus Ty for Lonjo. For Memorial, it's Tyler Haas. Tyler Haas. We are getting down to the nitty-gritty. 3 legs left. Coming up on this exchange, Marcus Ty for Lonjo. Memorial has to make a move now if they can. Lonjo understands the no zone concept. Katia Roman is out and running. For Memorial, it's Adriana Lake. Katia Roman makes the pass to Alex Colon. 2 legs left now. Austin Haas. We found a set of keys left by the main gate. Mr. Cosenza has them at the finish line if anyone needs them. Again, a set of keys are left. If you're missing keys, come to Mr. Cosenza at the finish line. Well, let's get back to the race. On the backside, the last leg. Alex Colon passes off to Glorian Rojas for Lonjo. She strides it out on the corner for Memorial. It's Kirsten Harden. I'm going to say she won 2 races if I'm correct. 2 legs. Or is this a sister? It's a sister. All right. Running family, I guess. Glorian Rojas will finish this up and clinch it. Lonjo avoids the sweep. Kirsten Harden finishes it up for Memorial. Lonjo takes the final middle school race of the evening. We're going to get together the co-ed team from Langzhou. And again, presenting the trophy on behalf of the Fitchburg Public Schools Athletic Director Ray Casenza to the 7th and 8th graders. Outstanding race that time for Langzhou as they built that lead and held on to it the whole way. So that is it for the middle school races. But they have provided a lot of early excitement so far, and we hope we see the same thing happening in just a few moments. We've got some high school races coming up. The 6th race of the evening will be the class of 2013 versus the class of 2014. That's 9th and 10th graders, or 10th and 9th graders in reverse. And it's co-ed, of course. And once again, they'll be running 200 meters apiece. And I know we mentioned them once this evening, but we'd be remiss if we don't mention them again. We want to, again, thank our primary sponsor for this evening. That's McDonald's, here every year supporting us. And not unusual to see the McDonald's emblem on some of our teams. Again, we greatly appreciate their support in helping sponsor this evening 97th running of the high school relays. But again, as we mentioned earlier, also many years now for these elementary and middle school races, and it's really become a Fitchburg Public Schools and a Fitchburg community event. And as always, love to host it here at beautiful Crocker Field. Sophomores are in lane 1, that's 2013. Out in lane 2 is 2014. And we need people on the other side, I think, don't we? Yeah. Ladies, we need to get over there and get ready. Again, we need a wave from the far side when you're ready to run. We'd like to get this race underway. hope you're ready, because here we go, ladies. You better be ready. And here we go. For the boys, for the freshmen, it's Julio Gonzalez. For the sophomores, it's Thomas Hampton. In the bright colored green shirts, if you haven't figured it out, it's 2013. And they have the early lead here. On the backside, Aline Tyrion and Matricia Bodie. A couple of track runners for Fitchburg High School on the track right now. We'll see a lot of those things happening tonight. This is Bernie Platel. And Stevie Cascio for the freshman. Bernie Platel now passing off. Should be Chelsea Smith. Based on that stride, we can tell Chelsea an outdoor track runner for the girls team at Fitchburg High. And Maddie Phaneuf for the freshman. And the sophomores going at it early here. This is Chelsea Smith. Coming up the straightaway. Ian Vanderhoff now for the sophomores. Maddie Phaneuf. Sammy Avilas. On the far side, Ian Vanderhoff. Going by the pole vault pit, takes a quick look, but he's got a pretty good lead over Sammy Avilas. Passing now to Danielle Chase for 2013. Sammy Avilas to be passing off to Sophia Chaput. This is Danielle Chase. Coming up the track for 2013. Sophia will be coming up, pass off with Jack Reynolds. Dimitri Brazili, indoor track runner. Good speed like his dad used to have. Running on the far corner. That's Jack Reynolds, also an indoor track runner. A little common theme going on here. On the backside, it's Whitney Payton. Where there's a Whit, there's a way. And she's got pretty sizable lead for those sophomores. Jack Reynolds to Katie Smith. Whitney Payton. 90 feet's not enough training for her. And she passes it off to Wayne Day. Katie Smith coming up the track. Wayne Day on the backside. Connor Dufour, a 3-season runner for the FHS Raiders. Running for the freshman. On the backside, Dwayne Day. Passing off to Christine Douay. Christine Douay on the backside, sophomores with quite a lead. Connor Dufour trying to make up some ground. Aracelis Cabrero, we had some problems over there for the freshman on that exchange. That may compound their advantage. Aracelis Cabrero. Gonna pass off to Greg Rosado, an indoor track runner. Miss him in the spring. Aracelis Cabrero. And Josh Lachey now for the freshman. Cross country, indoor track. Look at all these kids running out here. Doing a great job for both classes. On the backside, Griff Rosado. Lachey trying to make up some ground, coming off the corner. And on the backside, it's Kayla Caban. 2013, still holding on to a pretty good lead here. Josh Lachey now to Renee Sadler. We've had a few minor changes in this freshman lineup because Renee Sadler already ran. And this is Omara Santiago running now. And there's Pippi Long. No, wait a minute, that's Connor Lemieux. Indoor-outdoor runner. So that was Omara Santiago. So I'm guessing this is Jose Hernandez running now because we already saw Renee Sadler run. Connor Lemieux on the backside. And ironically, or not ironically, she passes off to his twin, Hannah Lemieux. Lemieux to Lemieux here. And yeah, you guessed it, she runs outdoor track too. On the backside for 2014, it's Gabby Garcia, I'm guessing. This lineup is not quite what I'm reading here. It should be Ron Guy. This is Gabby Garcia, and she's running a little extra, running out in lane 2. Ron Guy on the backside. Now she's back in lane 1. It should be Trey Hardy. Oh, it's Ryan McLean. I'm sorry, I'm reading off a lineup that's not in the right order. Now we have Ryan McLean running on the backside. This should be Brittany Sawyer. Brittany Sawyer for 2014. There's 30 runners in this race, ladies and gentlemen. 15 boys, 15 girls. Gentlemen, can you get off the track so people can run, please? Coming up the straightaway, Brittany Sawyer. Colton Matthews now for the sophomores. Did a little indoor running. This is Katie Smith. I think I figured out how this lineup is written up. I'll get it right from now on. Colton Matthew now. This should be Trey Hardy. You see, I'm reading from bottom to top. I've got it figured out. On the backside, Sydney Shalafu, 2013. This is Trey Hardy. Now that I figured it out, I bet the next one is going to be Emily Auger. Let's see if I'm right. And I am. It's Emily Auger on the far side. Sydney Shalafu passing to Tommy Duong. Emily Auger coming up the straightaway, and this should be Zach Peterson, an indoor track runner. Emily, an indoor track runner. Tommy Duong, indoor and outdoor. On the backside, they call him Mr. Green. And he'll be passing off to Jenny Duong. Jenny Duong now coming off the corner. Zach Peterson, kind of a quiet crowd for this race. Jenny Duong coming up and on the far side. Joe George runs a little indoor track. Joe George getting ready. Goes off and running. This is Aracelis Cabrero. This is her second leg. She's run this twice for their class of 2014, if I've got it correct anyway. It says Drew Jeffrey, but I know this is Drew G. Geronimo. Drew D. Geronimo running right now. Last names always help us. On the far side, it's Brittany Rich. Brittany Rich coming off the corner. And of course, Brittany Rich, you guessed it, she does track. And this is Aileen Therian. Looks like the freshmen have had to double some people in this. On the inside, Brittany Rich. Going to pass to an indoor-outdoor runner, Michael Richard. The sophomores continue to maintain a sizable lead in this race. This is Eileen's second leg, so the freshmen are a little shorter bodies, perhaps. This is Abby Bambose. Runs a little outdoor track. On the far side, Mike Richard passes off to Kadisha Viot. Abby Bambose. See who he passes off to here. This is Amnera Santiago, her second leg. So the freshmen have doubled up quite a few runners here in an effort to stay in this. Kadisha Viot will be passing off to Chris Sandrelli. Gotta hand it to these freshman kids who've had to double up here. Aracelis Cabrero, second leg. Jason Fenner. Jason was on the indoor team. But cruising along the backside is Chris Sandrelli. And now it's Maddie Moisen. We see her all 3 seasons running at FHS. Cross-country indoor and outdoor runner. Maddie Moisen. On the far side, Jason Fenner. I'm really not sure who this runner is for the freshmen. I'll get a name, I hope, in a moment. It's Maddie Moisen coming up and passing. Eli Jackson. I'm sorry, it's Maddie Finuff doubling up. They were listed last year, but she's had to move up in the order. She'll be passing off to E-Tran, otherwise known as Eric Tran, indoor and outdoor runner. Great to see all these track kids supporting their classes. On the far side, this is Hannah Lemieux. This is Hannah's second leg. The sophomores have had to double a couple of people. E-Tran, Eric Tran, about to pass off. We understand that is Ezra Bryce about to take the baton. Indoor-outdoor runner. He'll be running on Saturday at the state qualifier, Fitchburg State. Sophomore runner, had a very fine year of track and field, indoor and out. And yes, this is Gabby Garcia again, I believe, running her second time on the track. Well, we were almost a 200-meter difference. And I believe that is Leon Wilson running now for the freshman. Leon has joined the outdoor track team this year. But Christine Hayward, solid sprinter for the girls track team, anchoring the sophomores to victory. Outstanding, almost 200-meter difference. for the class of 2013. Great job. Freshmen, you got to give a hand to the freshman class 2014. They have had to double many people. And I know there's going to be more freshmen out there. They should have been running tonight. But let's hear it for their classmates who doubled it up to make an effort, and a game effort at that, in this freshman sophomore relay race. Well, we're going to tell you that was kind of an impressive win for the sophomores and a game effort, as they say, for the freshmen who doubled many runners in an effort to compete tonight in this freshman-sophomore race. But to the victory goes the spoils, and Ray Cosenza presents the trophy to the class of 2013, 2013, as we call them at FHS. In lane one is the junior class 2012 on the outside. It is the senior class 2011. Both of these leadoff runners are three-season athletes. We see them in cross-country, indoor and outdoor track. It's Annie Bergall for the juniors and Lucia Rodriguez Ortiz for the seniors in lane two. So we're getting ready, making sure runners are ready on the other side. I hope there's more people than that over there. We got 20 runners in this race. It's ladies against ladies this time. And a total of 20 legs in this race, 200 meters apiece coming up. This is race number 7 of 8. Once again on the backside, if you didn't hear us, we need you ready over there. Juniors are in lane 1, seniors are in lane 2. So your first exchange or your second runners, you got to be ready for us. We're getting ready to start this one again. Ed Gastingay has started every race tonight, getting ready to start race number 7 of 8. Give us a wave over there. Are you ready or what on the far side? Here we go. Lucy Rodriguez out in lane 2. Annie Bergall in lane 1. Lucy Rodriguez goes after an early lead here for the class of 2011. And the seniors not playing around early here as they're going to run some horses right away. Shelly Ann Gordon, fine 200 sprinter for the Fitchburg ladies indoor and outdoor track teams. This is Clara Grenier, also a runner for the track team. But the seniors trying to break out to an early lead and put some speed up front. Kissy Arizari And they got to work on that exchange a little bit, but they get it off. Again, no zone, no foul. And Kitty now, also an indoor runner for the girls track team. So the seniors trying to hammer it early here and then see what they can do with it. Nina Alley for the junior girls. And this strategy's working after 3 legs. Whoa, Pauline Island Mateo. Another runner for the Fitchburg High girls track team. And a senior cranking it out. And we're almost at 200 meters already here, and we're only 4 legs into it. Far side is Hannah Capone. Courtney Brooks kind of stands there, but it doesn't matter with a 200-meter lead. Courtney is out and running now. Seniors, 5 legs in. 20 legs total in this race. This is Hannah Capone. Keiko Gamble now, our national anthem singer for 2012, is now doing a turn on the track running for the juniors. But the juniors, they got their work cut out from early here. And yes, you guessed it, this is Ebony Sherman, another runner for the girls track team and another senior coming up the straightaway. And we're just about 200 meters difference. For the juniors, Emanuela Demosthenes now running on the backside. Erica Chambers on the inside. But they're at opposite ends of the world right now. The juniors got a lot of work cut out for them. They've got to get going. Emanuela Demosthenes trying to help her team's cause. Finishing up her leg. Going out will be Chelsea Mulcahy. Oh, I'm sorry, this is Savannah Alansky. Got one runner ahead of myself. That's Savannah Alansky. On the backside, it's Becca Fluitt. Outstanding athlete at Fitchburg High School, 3-sport athlete. One of the best we've had in a while. Now running for the seniors. And yes, she does outdoor track. Mulcahy on the backside will be waiting to receive the baton from Savannah Alansky. Ariana Garcia now with the baton. Ariana Garcia. This is Mulcahy coming around the track. 200 meters, the difference. And taking a look at what's left in the senior lineup, it's going to be awful hard to see things change now. This is Samantha Alansky now, one of the 2 Alansky sisters for the juniors. And Deanna Rezi. And should I say it again? Why not? She runs outdoor track. 12:15 in the 2-mile just this week. A PR and representing us this Saturday at the state qualifier at Fitchburg State, Deanna Rezi. Finishing up a great career at Fitchburg High. Now Molly Reynolds for the seniors. And on the backside, this is Janessa Crowley. And we see her on outdoor track too. Janessa Crowley on the corner, but 200 meters is significant to make up now. Molly Reynolds getting coached by her brother Jack. We won't say paced, we'll just say it's coached. Janessa Crowley to Luz Mercado. Luz Mercado now for the juniors. On little Catherine Mahoney. Catherine Mahoney representing her class well for the seniors coming up to the straightaway. And Miss Mahoney now enjoying a rather large lead by her senior classmates. Miss Mercado now on the backside will be passing off to Lisa Torgerson. Miss Mahoney to Christina Cosmidas, no, excuse me, Stephanie Sandrelli. Sandy back from injured reserve. Stephanie Sandrelli coming off a little bit of an ankle injury, but that's not stopping her tonight. And yes, she runs indoor and outdoor track. Lisa Torgerson will be passing off to Alexis Delagano. And Alexis now. Now it's Christina Cosmidas for the seniors. I'm getting too far ahead of myself as the seniors are getting too far ahead of the juniors here. Christina Cosmidas cranking it out up the straightaway. There was some pretty good strategy by the senior group early, and it's paying off right now. On the far side, Alexis Delagano. Would be Anna Gogan. Looks to me like the juniors are going to have to double some people based on what I see left for runners. Seniors still using fresh people. On the track should be the Trankster, known as Amy Trank. And yes, she runs cross-country, indoor and outdoor track. She too will be representing us on Saturday at Fitchburg State University in the mile. 5:13 is her best in the mile. And she will pass off to Brenda Malakne. And yeah, Brenda runs indoor and outdoor track too. Or outdoor track anyways. Outstanding competitor for us. And the girls look like they want to try to make this almost a 400-meter difference. It's Hannah Capone now for the juniors. Brenda running a pretty solid leg here for the seniors. This is Karina Miller. Karina Miller for the seniors. On the far side. I do not believe this is Savannah Alansky. I think it is Nina Alley again. We've had some changes in the junior lineup, even on the one that was passed up to me, so we'll do our best to announce the right names. Karina Miller to Lucy Rodriguez running her second leg. This is Nina Alley running her second leg on behalf of her class. I give her a hand for that. Lucy says this is going to be a 400-meter difference, and that's what it's going to be. Two legs left, and the seniors have now lapped the junior class. Ebony Schirman, her second leg. We believe this is Clara Grenier. Clara's already run one leg, so now she's on her second leg. It's a little dark on the far side, so I'm doing my best to pick up who these people are with these lineup changes. And yes, this is Colleen Island Mateo. And she's going to anchor the senior girls to a 1+ lap victory, as they loaded it up and got it done. This is Annie Bergalt coming in here. Annie Bergalt supporting her class by running two legs. And Emanuela Demosthenes will do the same, running her second leg for the junior girls. A lot of shirts down there that didn't run tonight. I don't understand that, but we want to congratulate the senior girls for what they did tonight. That was impressive. And we have to congratulate the junior girls, so many of them having to double on behalf of their classmates tonight. Well, that was impressive for the seniors, that is. So coming up will be the presentation of the trophy, if it hasn't already happened. Of course, we would be remiss if we didn't thank the class advisors for getting things organized. And we'll mention their names in just a moment, but right now getting on the track is the 8th and final race of the evening. This is the senior boys versus the junior boys. 2011 is getting ready inside the track in lane 1. And in lane 2, it's 2012. Leading off for each team, it's Brandon Davis in lane 1 and Tyler Robar in lane 2. And here we go. The 8th and final race of the evening is underway. We got Brandon Davis. He has run 12 seasons at Fitchburg High School in cross-country, indoor, and outdoor track. And will represent us in the mile run coming up on Saturday at Fitchburg State University. Tyler Robar, another 3-sport athlete for the high school, an indoor track runner. But it's the distance runner against the sprinter, and it's looking like the distance runner is going to win this early one-on-one here. But of course, we've got 20 legs in this race, so we'll see how it all plays out. But B. Davis is going to open it up early for the seniors. And let's see what happens from this point on. This should be Nick Primo for the seniors. It's again, we're going to go with what we have on paper up here. If there's any last-second strategic changes, we're going to do the best we can to recognize who those changes might be. So that's Nick Primo. And that's Quentin Perkins. Not listed in the lineup with this leg anyways, but that's who it was. Ran second. This is David Demosthenes for the seniors. David Demosthenes for the seniors. Luis De Los Santos is what we have on paper up here, so that's what we're going with for the juniors. That's David Demosthenes. It should be Shaq Johnson now for the seniors. Luis De Los Santos comes in and passes off. Yes, it is indeed Anthony Delagono. I think this order is pretty accurate. We'll see how it plays out. So on the back side, the seniors now with Shaq Johnson out in front by 50, 60 meters. Anthony Delagono. For those who aren't familiar with Crocker Field, they say that there's a bear that hides out beyond the flagpole in the trees. And depending on how you run 400 meters here, sometimes that bear comes right out of there and jumps right on your back. We'll see if it shows up at all tonight. There used to be a bear that showed up when we used to run 800 meters down here, but he's since moved away. So Johnson now. Johnson passing off to Dan the Man Finn. Dan, another outstanding athlete here at Fitchburg High School, three-sport athlete, cross-country, hockey, and baseball. True athlete. This is Sebi Dalmoud, Sebastian Dalmoud Belmonte, an indoor track competitor. And on the far side, Dan Finn cruising along at the 200-meter mark. And we're definitely up to 100 meters plus for the seniors. Still early here, 20 legs, of course, in this race. That's 400 meters apiece. Things can happen in a hurry here. We have some challenges coming up the straightaway, and we've seen it happen before, but it's not going to happen with Dan Finn. Sebi passing the flagpole. Dan Finn on the straightaway. Dan Finn. This should be Wesley Cologne for the seniors. Sebi Dalmoud Belmonte coming up the straightaway. Could be Jeff Finelli waiting for him. Let's see what happens. At the 200-meter mark now, 200 meters to go, it is Wesley Cologne. Jeff Finelli on his way, going past the clubhouse. Well, we had a pretty quiet race for the senior girls. Let's hope this doesn't turn into the same thing, because the senior boys are starting to build up pretty sizable advantage. And the junior boys come back to it a little bit. Let's see what happens. Wesley Cologne now. Wesley Cologne to Smith Patel. Smith Patel. Finelli, Jeff Finelli. Still got about 100 meters left for the juniors. On the far side, Smith Patel. Jeff Finelli coming up the straightaway. Next up for the juniors will be Tim Burke. Tim Burke now, off and running. But Tim's got his work cut out for him, as do the juniors, to get back into this a little bit. Smith Patel coming along on the corner. 400 meters can be a long way for some of our runners tonight if they haven't run the distance before. Here comes Smith. Smith cruising in. Seniors in cruise control. Michael Gross dabbled a little in cross country himself, so we've got some runners out here in front for the senior boys. Similar strategy to what the senior girls did, and it seems to be paying off right now. Juniors trying to get back into this. Tim Burke, he's almost there. Josh Jennis, an indoor-outdoor track runner. Maybe he can get these juniors back into this race a little bit. Let's see what happens, but they're gonna have to chip away at this. Mikey Gross looking pretty steady there, past the flagpole. Josh Jennis, coming off of 2 relay races yesterday at the Midwatch League Championships, where he helped his team finish 6th in 2 races, actually 5th and 6th in 2 races. Team player. But Mikey Gross passing off to Tremaine Teague. Teague over near the pole vault pits. Jennis is running a pretty good leg hit, trying to get these juniors back in. Tremaine has to look out for that bear on the far side because he's out there somewhere waiting. Eric Miles, the 9th leg for the juniors. Tremaine has a little more than 100 meters to go. Eric Miles trying to make up some ground, but we've got a lot of ground here. Let's see how it plays out. Miles is now at the 200-meter mark. Tremaine coming up the straightaway. He'll be passing off to Jose Cabrera. And we're looking for Susan Orsini. Could you come to the finish line, please? Susan Orsini to the finish line. For the seniors, should be Tyree Osby. A little bit in disguise, so we're pretty sure it was. Eric Miles finishing up. Jose Cabrera's been waiting for his teammate here. Jose Cabrera now. Less than 200 meters, the difference. On the backside, near the clubhouse, Jose Cabrera coming up with about 100 meters to go. Will be Tyree Osby. I'm not sure who's up next. It doesn't look like Serge Powell to me. Or is this Serge Powell? Nope. So we're not sure who this is. Oh, it is Serge Powell. Yes, it is. Sergio Powell now on the track. Sergio Powell over near the clubhouse, running now for the seniors. Jose Cabrera about to finish up his leg. Jose Cabrera. Lionel Nagindi. Should have let him out a little bit, but too late to do anything about that now. Lionel Nagindi. There's Serge Powell finishing up, third member of the outdoor track team. And Serge passing it off to Roy DeHart. Lionel McGindy. 100 meters to go for the juniors. The seniors kind of in cruise control right now, with a pretty sizable advantage. Roy DeHart coming up soon on the 200-meter mark. Lionel McGindy to Andre Doolin. So this is Andre Doolin on the backside. Coming up the straightaway, it's Roy DeHart. The secret to finishing the 400 is to make sure your arms don't stop, because when they do, you do. Roy DeHart, he's almost there, and yes, John Francis. John Francis on the backside, coming up the straightaway. Andre Doolin, waiting for him. Now, I'm going to say that this is Dylan DiGeronimo. I think it is, even though I have Luis De Los Santos listed. I'm going with Dylan. On the far side, John Francis for the senior. Kai Yang now for the seniors. I think we have 6 runners left for the seniors. They are just cruising along here. This is Dylan DiGeronimo. He's finishing up. We're looking at comfortable 200-meter lead. Coming up the straightaway is Kai Yang, and I'm sorry, I don't know who's running for the juniors, because it isn't Anthony Delagano. It might be Kenny Ha, but I'm not sure. I can't tell from up here. This is Lloyd White. Oh, I see Kenny Ha at the line waiting. Ah, thank you very much. Just identified the runner as Carlos Garcia on the track. And yes, we know Kenny Ha. We just weren't sure who this gentleman was, so we're all back where we belong. Carlos Garcia is passing off to Kenny Ha. On the backside, it's Lloyd White for the seniors. And we're just a little under 200 meters the difference. And Kenny Ha helped his junior teammates get back into this a little bit. Lloyd White coming up the straightaway. Kenny Ha running a pretty good leg for the seniors here. Definitely a lot less than 200 meters now, but we're getting down to about 5 or 6 runners left. This should be Mike McNamara, and it is Mike McNamara for the seniors on the far side. Kenny Ha coming in. Quentin Perkins running his second leg for the juniors. Will the junior strategy pay off? Still a lot to be made up here. They've got a couple of decent runners left in the senior lineup, so they're not giving any chances here to the juniors if they can. Mike McNamara maintaining the lead for the seniors, but it's down to about 100 plus meters, maybe 150. Mike McNamara finishing up. Ben Lassard is waiting and will be taking it out for the seniors. They have 4 legs left. And Ben Lassard is off. Juniors were getting back into it, but now the lead is opened back up again with Ben Lassard out there in front for the seniors. Once again, I believe this gentleman running for the juniors has run twice, but I don't know who it is. Awful dark over there. Ben Lassard running a nice leg for the seniors. Kyle Phillips, Stefan Teagan, Jeff Duenas. And this might be Luis Del Santos running twice, I'm not sure, but get a better view of him when he comes up here. Kyle Phillips now on the track for the seniors. Yeah, in our hand for Luis De Los Santos, who's had to run 2 legs here for the juniors. And Josh Jennis also now running his 2nd leg. I don't know, this could be interesting here. Phillips is at the 200-meter mark. Jennis has closed that lead quite a bit. Jennis closing it up. Josh Jennis at the flagpole. Phillips finishing up for the seniors. 2 legs left. Stefan T now with the baton. Half mile left for the seniors. Jennis has done what he can to help his teammates, running 2 legs here. Jeffrey Duenas waiting at the line for the seniors. Indoor track runner this year. Stefan T finishing up for the seniors. We're going to be coming up on a 1/4 mile to go. Jeffrey Duenas is the anchor for the senior class as they look to sweep both races for the class of 2011 here. Junior boys, like the junior girls, had to double a lot of people. And that has created some challenges for them. Yes, and this was Jose Cabrera running 2 legs for his class, so a lot of doubling up by the juniors. And running last now is Tyler Robar, his 2nd leg. Finishing up for the seniors, Jeffrey Duenas. And the seniors sweep. The 97th running of the junior senior relays. Tyler Robar still out there representing his teammates, the class of 2012. We didn't mention this before, but again, we want to thank our class advisors. We wanted to get to that. For the freshmen tonight, it was Deb Roberts and Tom Hughes. For the sophomores, Ron Williams and Christina Manto. For the juniors, Emily Butterfield and Casey McNally. And for the seniors, Shelley Romero and Peter Perry. Again, those are our class advisors. But the senior class dominating both races tonight. And the trophy being presented to the boys one more time by Ray Cosenza. I want to congratulate all the runners for participating in tonight's relays. I want to thank everybody for coming out this evening for the 97th running of the junior senior relay races. Have a safe ride home. Hope to see you back here next year for the 98th. Special thanks also to our timers, John Shea and Sarah DiPalato-Lamy, who will have results available for runners tomorrow sometime. Also, thank you to Bonnie Girton in the athletic department for putting together the early part of this program, as she has done every year. Have a nice night. Take care.